from the book Unshakable Spirit, Stories of Compassion and Wisdom by Kentetsu Takamori Sensei. Today's story is number 49, On the Path of Suffering. Unless we take the path of suffering, the one that hardly anyone chooses, we cannot shine. Say one more time. On the path of suffering. Unless we take the path of suffering, the one that hardly anyone chooses, we cannot shine. Okay, very succinct and condensed wisdom here. Yeah, the path of suffering. So, yeah, yesterday in the meetup, someone said, isn't this a contradiction that because the first noble truth is life is suffering? So how come it says we need to take the path of suffering? Yeah, life is hard for all of us, Buddha teaches us, but at the same time, for people who choose to look for their life's purpose, ultimate purpose, or finding happiness within, the inner joy. If we choose that route, then we have to struggle more than other people who don't care about true happiness. They just find some fleeting pleasure today to be content with. And they say, well, who cares what it all adds up to? Don't think about life's purpose. Just live here and now and just find something to feel grateful about, to be joyful about. So then they can enjoy themselves while it lasts, and they don't cultivate that inner joyfulness or inner serenity. So because of this, if they don't cultivate that inner joyfulness, they're not on that path. So that means they are sparing themselves of this suffering. Yeah, while it lasts. It doesn't mean they don't have to suffer. The temporary pleasure doesn't last. So at the latest, people will realize on the last station of life that their life was all a dream. Nothing they accomplished stays with them. So if we choose the path of getting to know who we are, so that's not an easy path. To confront our mind, that's not easy. It's easier to blame other people. Oh yeah, because of him I'm suffering, because of her I have to go through this painful experience. That's easy. But to look within for, why do I suffer? What's the cause of my suffering? So that's taking this path of suffering, is like confronting what is the cause and effect of my suffering. I'm doing something that's not good for me, that does not serve me well. And I need to let that go. This is painful because by nature, or our human condition is such that we all believe we are a good person, we are flawless, we are perfect. So to look for the flaws and shortcomings, that's a very painful process. And that's why it's a path that hardly anyone chooses. That's why when you talk with people or read the news, everybody is blaming everybody else. So very few people choose this difficult path of suffering where they hold themselves accountable. They realize it's my life and my death. I have one life to live. I want to make most of it. And to do that, I need to confront my suffering and find the cause. Yeah, if I don't remove that cause of suffering, I cannot liberate myself from suffering. So this is how we begin to shine, because, which do you prefer, or what do you think is more attractive or glowing or dazzling? Someone who constantly lashes out at others and expresses their frustration in life or with others or even with themselves, or someone who constantly notices, oh, something is getting in my way of fulfilling my desire. It's because of my own desires that I'm frustrated. And I work with that. I try to find the cause and effect. Is it a worthwhile desire or not? If it's not, just let it go. If it's a desire I want to die for example, sharing Buddhism, sharing happiness with as many people as possible, if it's something I'm willing to put all my energy into, then I'm gonna find the cause and condition to make that effect occur, to fulfill my desire. And the more our desires go in alignment with the Buddha's compassion, which is liberating all people from suffering, not just people who are close to us, but everyone. The more we can do that, the more we can shine, and more good things get attracted to us as we begin to dazzle with this light of Dharma, truth, wisdom, and compassion. So, good job, everyone, for being here. I'm so happy we are able to practice here together on a daily basis. And have a wonderful Thursday. Bye.